Everybody will know anyway from her accent, so it's not any surprise. She's describing her.
So we had healing to each other. It was interesting because the focus was on his jaw, and so I felt such a strong pull. My hands were just glued there. It was just a gooey mass which I had to remove, and that was related to his digestive system, to his organs. So that was clearing. His left brain and right brain were not talking, and he started falling asleep. So I said, okay, so I tried to balance this, left and right, and I said to give the flexibility to this decision making, and he started wiggling his
ankles.
His ankles. So I said, okay, thank you. The flexibility. Then we went to heart chakra, and that was a very interesting moment because I saw like a blue icy lake inside of a red color, but that was just the vegetation, like more like thorns, but red. And that was this what I thought that this is in his physical, his actually etheric body. And I started going up to other subtle bodies, and this blue, so-called icy waters expanded into beautiful blue color, just pushing away those red thorns. So suddenly he was all in beautiful blue color, just expanding, and so that was good. Just a few more things, but I will be not talking now.
Okay. Trying to figure out how to say this. In starting out with my partner, I wanted to. Something I've been doing lately is, rather than being a translator of somebody's experience where errors can be made, my intention was to empower her ability to be at her best every moment. And so I was doing lots of wide work rather than close work. There was lots of wide work. So I was, my intention was to bring energy from the God source above and create like a very geometric funnel to bring that into her crown. And then I worked with the energy from the center of the earth, also like a funnel, to bring that up. And her heart would be that intermediary that would blend the two exactly what she needed. And so then I also started just kind of for my own practice, feeling her subtle body, starting with her crown, and then the third eye and the throat, and going down. So her upper chakras were, to me, very alive and healthy and balanced. And then when I finally got down to sort of the solar plexus region, then it got much, much smaller. Not bad, but just reduced energy. And then a little further down, it got more expanded again. And then all of a sudden something said, let's work with her, my mind went blank, What did you do in January?
Merkaba.
The Merkaba. I work with her Merkaba. And I was saying, okay, let's get her Merkaba just pristinely moving with the right rotation, the right speed, get it larger and larger. So I was just playing with that, and it felt like a merry-go-round. And they're spinning at the top part and the bottom part in opposite directions. So I was just having a lot of good fun with that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I was working on the gentleman behind me, and I first did a scan, okay, and there was only one area that needed to be addressed. But as I scanned, it was in the area of the adrenals, and I noticed that needed to be expanded, but I also noticed that his energy was sort of packed close to him. Even so, what I spent a lot of the time doing was bringing fresh air, just expanding his energy field, and just letting some fresh air blow through. And then I noticed that the energy underneath his feet wasn't as strong. And I thought maybe there isn't, and he confirmed that perhaps he prefers to be in the metaphysical world, but there's a need to be here on earth. That's why I'm here at this time. So it just mentioned about taking walks and things like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And when I turn to the young lady, it was I felt something, throat, chest. She confirmed. And then I tried to listen, I was praying and conduct channel from Jesus sent to God.
Since my partner, when I did this, like I said too, like myself, I'm still like fairly new. We're doing like most of this, so just can't wait to, get to the point where everyone's like seen all this stuff and just, just like, oh well, I saw this and that in a new area, but
Now you're feeling.
oh yeah, so yeah, because I mean, just doing just the scanning, there's several areas, that I just kind of felt, and because the sacral, I mean, I felt it like, you're very, very strong, and I had to do it like a couple times, and then just like my hand, I mean, it was just, so full of like energy and everything, so, yeah, but there was like a couple other like areas that, I mean, my hands were just, just so, tingling and everything else, so, and then everything got cleared, so.
This is my first time doing any work like this, and I found it to be challenging, to be very honest. It was my partner. I sensed a very loving presence around when I scanned her heart chakra, and she seemed very open in that area to me, and receptive is the way I would describe her energy. And it took a while for me to actually be able to experience any sensation and even a blockage within my own hand, and to be able to discern my energy from hers. I think that was one of my biggest challenges for the first time doing this type of work, for people who are interested in getting engaged in this. But I was able to hear kind of guidance and direction from my higher self as I did it, and felt it clearing, and I heard a very clear voice giving me direction to actually go to her lower chakra, that it seemed that there was a blockage in the very